So I have set up the Cricut to have 4 lines of type because we have 4 different pens to try out. I have set each one in a different color, and now I am just going to go in and turn off all of them except for the very first one, and then I am going to set that to go to the printer. Now I have already inserted my first pen, and I need to load the paper. Alright, and I'm going to go back to the computer and tell it to go, and I wait for it. Okay, so here is our final example of the writing, and what I've done here is used the 4 different pens. I used them all at the same setting. Now the machine does have a setting for each pen, but what I wanted to do was really compare what the 4 different pens could do. So with the same setting, the same words, the same font, I had it do it 4 times so you can see. The one that looks the nicest to me is probably the last one, which is the calligraphy pen here. Let's see if I can grab it for you. Okay, it's rolling off the screen. This one. Get it in here. I don't know if I can get it in the screen here. There we go. Alright, the calligraphy 2.0, and that was this last version right here. And I used a font from my computer as opposed to one that came with Cricut. The thing I don't like is the spacing between the words. So you can see it kind of all blends together. It's 3 separate words, but the word spacing isn't to my liking, and I would have to adjust that. If we look at some of the finer line pens, we can see that that's still an issue, that it looks like it's all one word. The spacing on that I is definitely something that would need some assistance. When you create an outline like this, if you don't like the outline, you could definitely go in and color it in when you're done. But there's to show you the 4 different pens that come in the package. Now, there actually are 5 pens, but the last 2 pens, if you can see there, 2.0, are the same, and they're the calligraphy pen. So I only used one because it's the exact same pen. So I hope you enjoyed this demonstration and that you learned something about the Cricut pens and how the Cricut writes. I wanted to try a few different options when it came to writing using the Cricut, and so here are the few things I did differently. I used the same word. I chose a different typeface, and you can see that the spacing is working much better, and that is due a lot to the typeface that I chose. And I could see the spacing difference on my computer screen before it even started. The next thing I did is when I chose the pen that I was working with, I chose the actual size pen that I was going to use. So here, okay, let's look. Here's yesterday's upside down, same piece of paper I wanted to use to save some space. And here's today's, still getting the outline, which you'd have to fill in, but you can see that the letter spacing is a lot better. Both times I'm using my system fonts, which means fonts that are in my computer, not in the Cricut. So I hope that shows a little bit of difference, a little bit of variety. You can see here that we're getting outlines that need to be filled in, and today we're getting outlines as well, but we are getting better letter spacing. So there's a difference. It's choosing a better typeface, obviously. I hope this